Banks is the real MVP. So in the world of sports for this past week, my real MVP, Pierre, none other than, I don't even know who the person's name is. The NFL draft was this past weekend. We all know the number 1 overall pick, Jared Goff, went to the LA Rams. Number 2, Carson Wentz to the Philadelphia Eagles. Now, the first round of the draft, a offensive tackle from Ole Miss University by the name of Laramie Tunsil was a consensus top 3 pick in a lot of pundits' minds. So Laramie Tunsil, fantastic player, man, had some off the field issues in the past, but it didn't really matter because he's worked past that, and he was going to be a top 3 pick. If not, if the Rams and the Eagles hadn't traded up to get those first 2 picks, a lot of people thought that Laramie Tunsil would be the number 1 overall pick. So Laramie Tunsil, great offensive lineman out of Ole Miss, was still thought to be in the top 5, but 15 to 20 minutes before the first selection in the NFL draft, a Instagram post came out of Laramie Tunsil smoking that sticky icky, wearing a gas mask. Now, he proceeded to drop in the draft. He didn't drop that far. He went to number 13, which some people may think that number 13 is an unlucky number. But this is how the world of sports works, Pierre. 13 is supposed to be an unlucky number. Who do you think drafted Laramie Tunsil with the 13th overall pick? Quite possibly the franchise who has the most famous number 13. Dan Marino and the Miami Dolphins. So Laramie Tunsil falls in the NFL draft. He's like, oh my God, I'm losing millions of dollars. I'm falling in the NFL draft due to someone putting this picture out of him smoking weed and a gas mask. That person who put that picture out is the real MVP. Because Laramie Tunsil did drop in the draft, but he dropped to the Miami Dolphins. It's like, oh man, I'm not going to be playing, for the Jacksonville Jaguars. Oh, man, I'm not going to be playing for the San Diego Chargers. Oh, no, I'm not going to be playing for the New York Giants. Oh, my gosh, I am not going to be playing. Where am I going? Who? What? Miami. DJ Khaled. Whiteside. And now I say Whiteside because I just, his name is Whiteside. I enjoy his name. I'll be chilling with Dwayne Wade. I'll be playing with the Miami Dolphins. Man, the real MVP, Pierre, is the person who put out that picture. Because I think Laramie Tunsil landed on his feet. Not only is he drafted in the top 15 of the draft, he's going to the Miami Dolphins. This is the city of Miami. So you telling me I played my college ball in Oxford, Mississippi. Not Oxford, North Carolina, but Oxford, Mississippi. Now I'm going to the Miami Dolphins? Hey, man, you the real MVP, whoever put out that Instagram post depicting Laramie Tunsil as a pot-smoking offensive lineman. You are the real MVP because now he's going to Miami. He's, what I'm saying? You played yourself, whoever put that picture out. Like Khaled said, you played yourself. Another one.
You the real MVP.
Like, you played yourself.
It's funny how things work out, Daimeon, but the good Lord, he has a plan for all of us. And congratulations to Laramie Tunsil for being selected 13th overall by the Miami Dolphins. Hopefully you have a long, prospering career. And whoever sent that picture out, you probably did that man a real favor.
You did him a favor. He's going to Miami. He's going to be chilling with J-Lo. I don't know, J-Lo is not even from Miami, but when I think of beautiful people, I think of J-Lo. He's going to be chilling with Gloria Estefan in the Miami Sound Machine. I don't even know if they're still together. Gloria Estefan in the Miami Sound Machine. You're going to be chilling with Mark Anthony. You're going to be chilling with, who else? He's going to be chilling with Khaled, Ross, Trick Daddy.
Birdman still down there. He just did an interview from his home down there.
And you better put some respect on Laramie Tunsil's name when you speak it.
Yeah, stop playing with that man's name.
Yeah, stop playing with his name. Tell him. Put some respect on it. But we digress, man. Whoever put that picture out, they're the real MVP.
All right, Daimeon. So for my All Things Sport real MVP for this week, I'm going to go to Major League Baseball and a guy that I have a lot of respect for as a Boston Red Sox fan. He was signed as the youngest general manager in the history of the game when he signed with the Boston Red Sox, Mr. Theo Epstein. Theo Epstein went into an organization that had not won a World Series, that in the Boston Red Sox, in 86 years. 86 years. And all he did was bring in big names with the likes of Curt Schilling, to name just one, to win the Red Sox 2 World Series during his tenure there. Unbelievable job by Theo Epstein. He resigned from his job at the Boston Red Sox organization and then signed with the Chicago Cubs, which was a real head scratcher for me. Again, being a Red Sox fan, I'm like, first of all, why are you leaving? But why would you go to the Cubs of all teams? But this was the same guy that went to a team that hadn't won a World Series in 86 years. So you go from one team that was thought to be cursed to another. But all he's done while he's been the director of baseball operations for the Chicago Cubs is taking that organization from an organization that was terrible to the favorites to win the World Series this year. They have the best record in baseball, the best starting rotation in all of baseball. The starters are second in ERA. Bullpen is first in ERA. They've added Joe Madden as their manager, who all he did in his first season was took them to the NLCS, to where they lost to the New York Mets. Theo Epstein has done such a wonderful job of adding pieces to this organization. Remember, this is a organization in his first 3 years, they finished dead last in their division. Last year, they go to the NLCS. This year, best record in baseball. And they bring back the Cy Young winner, Jake Arrieta, just to name one name, to starting pitching staff who is feared by all. And you want to talk about big bats? The Chicago Cubs have them. And it's all Theo Epstein. I mean, he's done such a wonderful job bringing in talent into that organization, changing the culture around Wrigley Field. And you got to tip your hat to him. The Chicago Cubs could win the World Series this year. And it's all because of that man. And for that, Theo Epstein,
you the real MVP.
Pierre, excellent real MVP. Man, mine was like kind of a joke. Yours was like serious, man. Theo Epstein has done an outstanding job. I mean, no one ever expected the Chicago Cubs to be this good, this quick. He has done an outstanding job, in Chicago, man. So salute definitely to Theo Epstein.
Daimeon, another successful show, my friend. My brother from the same mother and father. Shout out to Baby Cakes himself, John Allen Banks Sr.
Got a birthday coming up too, man.
Yeah, man. Yeah, turning 78. 78. Got to go see the young man, see how he's doing.
You remember when Pops was turning 70 and we got such a kick out of that because remember when you spoke about the Cubs, when Sammy Sosa and Mark McGwire were having their epic home run, their juiced up home run battle, and we were like 70. So when my father was turning 70, I was just walking around saying 70. And that was 8 years ago, man. So Pops is turning 78, ironically, a day after my first kid, Loxley, is supposed to be born. We're hoping that she's born on the 19th, so my father will live on through Loxley. If they have the same birthday, that would be pretty cool.
Absolutely, man. So on behalf of my big bro, Daimeon Banks, I'm Pierre Banks. Thank you all for listening to the All Things Sport podcast. Remember to go to banksboy.com to check out all of our sports media content. In my humble split decision, of course, the All Things Sport podcast, Daimeon's blog, my blog. We'll catch you next week.